Hey guys, what's going on? Troy, Mountain Man Treasure here. Thanks for stopping in. We've got Nana Tink in the house. Thank you for coming by tonight. I'm really excited. I saw Nikki and Gary. I don't know if it's Nikki.
In the house. Thank you for coming.
And I've got to turn off my YouTube channel. That's a rookie move.
Excited. I saw.
There we go.
Make it smaller.
Gary already here.
Can you make us smaller?
Thanks for that. What's that?
Can you make us smaller?
Can I make you smaller?
Yeah, you have like full.
You don't want to be large?
I'm there. I'm large enough, honey.
Okay, we can do this. I don't mind putting the black bars. We'll go widescreen.
I like it.
Yeah, thanks for coming in. Nikki and Gary are here. Thank you guys for coming in. Beth is here. We've got Nana Tink's already commenting. Look at that. Cosmic Thrifter. Thanks, guys, for coming in. I sure appreciate it. It is raining here, too, so the rain goes all the way at least over to Idaho because that's where Nikki and Gary are at. We've been having rain here all day. I think we've got it for another 2 days.
No way. No rain here. We've had sunshine. We need rain. Send it our way.
Yeah, it's been raining for quite some time. Mark is in. Mark actually is here local to me. Mark, thanks for coming by, man. Debbie Frank Hall Jr. is in. There's Danny May.
Danny May.
We started because Danny May is here.
Hi, sweetie.
Thanks for coming by, guys. I sure appreciate it. Nana, while we wait for people to cycle in, how has sales been going for you?
Pretty slow. At least I'm getting 1 or 2 a day, but I'm not listing. So when you don't list, then you really can't sell. You got to do some, I think not even just listing, but any kind of activity on your eBay helps you sell. Mm-hmm. So I did put out some offers, and that's how actually I got a couple sales from putting out some offers. I did put on a sale on my store, not everything in the store, but some items. So not too bad. Could be better.
Yeah. How many items do you have listed, Nana?
Right now, well, I was up to 300. I'm now down to about 200 and I want to say 70, around 270 right now.
Yeah, but that's a good number.
That's not bad, but I wanted to be up to 500. So
yeah,
I hit 300 and I kind of slowed down, and then stuff happened, you know.
Yeah. Well, I didn't list that much this last week either. I've got my glasses on tonight. I apologize. We got a glare, but yeah, I actually had a deal going on with my eyes. My eyes had some inflammation in there. The cornea was really goofed up, so everything was very blurry. I was seeing clouds in my eyes.
Right.
It was kind of spooky for a little bit. So I got some medicine going on in there, and
it's better to wear glasses than don't put contacts in. That's
yeah.
For sure.
I can't wear contacts for this week at least. So
yeah.
Yeah. So hopefully, I didn't. But because my eyes were all scratchy, I couldn't really see. You know, I didn't hardly list anything this last week.
Yeah, I've been really preoccupied a lot going on in the family. So
yeah.
Oh well, it is what it is.
Yeah. Well, thanks for coming in, especially because you're so busy.
Yeah, well, I would do anything for you, Troy.
You're so sweet.
You're the man.
And man, like I think you've been watching my channel on loop for what, like a week?
Yeah. Couple weeks.
So, you'll be pleased to know, Nana, we've pushed over 4,000. So we've got our 4,000 watch hours. I think about 400 of those in the last couple of weeks were Nana.
Yeah.
So thank you for doing that. You're so sweet. And
thank you. Now I can move on to the next one.
Yeah, yeah. Now you can move on. You don't have to watch me anymore now.
I'm done. No, I still like your videos.
I think the last when I saw the number, it was 4,067. I think was where we were at.
Good.
So I started the process of.
I was wondering what you were going to be at. I was so excited to find out. I'm so excited.
I started the process, and I got. I'm through step 2. I'm now on to step 3. I got my Google AdSense account created. It took a while. And now apparently I'm waiting for YouTube to give me a thumbs up saying that I am okay with their community guidelines and whatnot.
All that good stuff. Awesome.
Yeah. So it's still a process. It sounds like it's like almost 2 or 3 months before you even start seeing any kind of payment from.
Well, it might go faster than you think. You know, who knows? Yeah. Wait and see. But
I mean, and that's really not the. Honestly, that's not the goal. Like, and we had talked before about, you know, hitting a 1,000 subs in the 4,000 hours. Yeah, I mean, it's silly to say that
It's a milestone and it's going to feel good. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's a benchmark, and it's sort of a validation. And so it's nice to see that. And
yeah, and I want to I mean, like you said, it's not all about the money for me, for real. It's not. I just want to feel like I'm accepted and, I'm moving along with this community and I fit in and I want to stay attached. And I don't know, I feel sometimes if I don't stay and continue to grow, I'm going to be lost in the dust.
Yeah.
I really don't want that, so I keep pushing forward and do what I can and help whoever I can,
Yeah, well, and if you're not subscribed to Nana Tink, you're doing YouTube wrong, and you need to go and subscribe to Nana Tink. I put somebody I'm sure can drop a link when we get them on in here, but look at that. I've got a tiny URL if you want to at least paste that in there.
Wow.
So yeah, subscribe to Nana Tink. She has some fantastic videos.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's been fun watching you grow too. Like you picked things up really fast. And so you can watch a series of your videos and see, oh, this is what she learned this week.
Yeah.
It's really fun.
Yeah. Boy, I was real green when I started out with YouTube because I never knew it, and it's frustrating because I did computers my whole life. Over 20 years, that was my job. So yeah. I used to do computers like when it first came out, like, beta and stuff. I'm old.
I don't believe it.
When YouTube comes along and I'm like, oh man, what do I do? I had no clue. It's been rough, but it's been fun. It's been a lot of fun. And I'll tell you what, if I didn't have the help that I've had, a lot of people in this community, I mean, I have a lot of people I can just message. Danny May's one of them. I mean, everybody helps me. Whenever I have questions, they help me out a lot. So I do appreciate everybody.
Yeah, it's really, really a fantastic community. And that's one of the greatest things about, I think there are those out there that are like, why are you giving out secrets? Why are you, what? There's enough out there for everybody.
That's what it should be, because we all want to go together. We all want to help each other and, survive. That's the way it should be. And that's why I do what I can when I know how to do to help, because I give what I know. I can't do some stuff, but what I can do, I'm going to share it and help people.
Well, and everybody settles into their, and everybody settles into their niche. Like we said, Mark was here. Mark and I are in the thrift store at the same time. I pick up completely different stuff than he does, and we both walk out of there with money.
Yeah, there's so much out there. I mean, there's no way that anybody should be upset about somebody posting what they got, what they paid for it, how they're selling it. There's just so much out there. It's crazy. Yeah, there really is.
Yeah, Cajun, I think I might be giving something away tonight. I don't know if you're allowed. You win so much stuff, man.
He won last week again on mine. He didn't for I think a week, and he says he was giving everybody a break.
Yeah. We have those people in radio too. Those people that listen to all the stations.
Always win. They listen and yeah.
Yeah, they're what do we prize hogs? I think is what we call them.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's okay, Chris. Though we love you.
Yes, we do, Chris. I appreciate everything you do. You support very, very much. So that's appreciated.
So Nana, we've got 18 people in here, which is awesome. And look, you got another sub. We've gotten you like 3 subs, I think, already tonight. Which I
appreciate every one of them too. You guys, I do. I really do.
Yeah, Debbie. No, we love you.
No, Debbie.
Coming in. No. Richard, I see Richard in here too. Richard, thanks for coming.
Hi, Richard.
Yeah, Richard is always in. I appreciate.
Yeah, he's a good guy too. Yeah, that's for sure.
So, Nana, will you tell everybody sort of, I guess, why you got started on? Maybe let's do eBay first, and how long have you been doing that?
Sure. Well, actually, I started eBay when eBay started, so I'm that old. Like, 20 years ago. I did start eBay, and I did it for a few years. I enjoyed it. But to even go back further than that, a lot of people might know already, but the story of me is that when I was younger, my dad had his own antique shop and his own auction house. So especially through the summer was great because got to go out to his shop and hang out. And when him and his buddy have their auctions, me and my sisters and brothers, we were the runners in the auction. That means when something sold, we go get it and take it to whoever bought it. And I was, maybe 10 years old or whatever. So it's in my blood. I just love the antiques. I love the selling. I love the hunt. I love finding treasures and then flipping it. And it's just in my blood. So when eBay came about, I'm like, oh, this is awesome. Because I always wanted to like open my own shop and have my own little store. But eBay, holy crap. You don't have to pay electric or, nothing. It's just right here and here I go. So I started it and I did it a few years. And then it just, I don't know, the more I got into it, the more I learned, the more I was trying to sell. And back then it was a lot of just auctions. It wasn't like it is now. It was mostly just auctions. And I lost a lot of money and they charged. There were so many fees for everything. And I couldn't make anything. It wasn't worth it anymore in the stress. So I quit. Then life sets in, and then you got family and grandkids and all, job and all that. So then once I retired, just before I started thinking about selling again, I was on YouTube and I ran across a reseller's video. And of course it was Rally Roots. Who doesn't know them,
Right.
So I literally watched them for months and I'm like, there's like a whole community of resellers. I had no idea.
You thought you were the only one out there, didn't you?
I did. And I'm thinking, how can I incorporate my selling of eBay on YouTube? What can I do? And then I run across them. I'm watching their videos and then more and more and it snowballed. And I'm like, holy smokes, there's a whole community and I want to do this.
Yeah.
So I was selling on eBay for about maybe a year before I started then YouTube again. And I love eBay now. I know there's a lot of people that still say they're charging too much. They charge for everything. And yeah, it is. I think mailing is worse. Postage is worse than anything, in my opinion. But I do enjoy it. I also now do Macari. I've been doing that. Finding all these other websites. To me, that was amazing too. And I checked Poshmark.
More than eBay?
I know. That's exactly what I thought. And then I checked on the Poshmark. And God bless all of you that do Poshmark. I hats off to you because I checked it and I'm like, hey, no way. That is too much work.
It's a lot of work.
That is a lot of work. So God bless you all that do the Poshmark thing. I can't do that. And also I didn't know that like the public could sell on Amazon. I learned all about that, but that's too much work for me too. I'm not doing that either. I just like to be, slow, do my eBay, do some Macari, and now these other platforms, there's a lot. I was surprised. And then Facebook Marketplace and then local when you want to sell larger things,
Mm-hmm.
But that's how I got started.
So why did you then decide, because it makes sense, you were doing this since you were little, selling other people's junk, right? Or treasures,
treasures, not junk, treasures.
Well, I say junk with affection.
Yes.
Why then YouTube? Like why start a YouTube channel?
Well, because I thought that would increase my sales. If I started doing YouTube and get my store out there, and I said that to many people, that's the only way I'm going to get sales is if I don't get on YouTube, I'm drowning, I'm lost. Just by watching everybody's resellers' YouTube channels, what they've done as far as their eBay stores, what they've sold, what they buy, how they get it and all that. I'm like, I'm lost if I don't get on YouTube. I have to create a YouTube channel. And boy, was that scary. I was so scared. And why? I mean, I don't know, but it's crazy. But I thought if I don't get on YouTube, I'll never make my eBay sales will just be nothing. So that's what I started YouTube, but it was hard. Just started in December, just before Christmas.
Yeah, that's about the same time I started.
Mm-hmm. There was a lot of us then.
Mid-December.
Emily Conway really helped me a lot. I have to say, I was struggling trying to start in Hair Tornado, and they really gave me encouraged me, just do it, just try it. So I thought, okay, I'm just going to try it. And I did it. So yeah, here I am now.
Yeah. So, and it's just been getting better. It's been so fun to watch you learn how to
love it. I really love it. So if I just want to stay in the community. I want people to, watch me. Like I said, I'm not to make money. Obviously I'm not going to ever do that. I'm too old and that's okay with me. I just want to have fun. I want people to enjoy what I do. And, I'm kind of crazy.
We're going to get you to 1,000 by the year's end, Nana. It's going to happen.
That's always been my goal. When I first started December, I gave myself a goal of 1 year to reach 1,000 subs.
And there's Joey Bada Bing in the house. Joey.
Hey, Joey.
Thanks for stopping in, man. Everybody, when we're done here in 45 minutes, Joey starts. So go check out Joey.
Absolutely.
I don't know what he's got going on his channel, but it's always a lot of fun. So go check that out. I bought a hat from Joey. I was wearing it this morning, and this morning's video was Joey's hat.
Oh.
I've got one, Calvin, the Kelly Hustle. Calvin sent me a hat just out of his heart and soul. He found a Montana hat. I haven't debuted it yet.
Calvin's all right. Yeah. That's what I'm saying about this community. See, that's this community. That's what they do. Everybody.
Calvin, my daughter was so jealous. She saw me opening that. She goes, "Did you order that?" I said, "No, Calvin sent it to me." She goes, "I want fan mail." She was so just aghast that I would get fan mail. I said, "Well, Calvin's a friend. It's still fan mail." So, Calvin, thank you for sending me fan mail, man. You made my almost 15-year-old jealous of me, which is
that's awesome. Isn't that a great feeling?
Doesn't happen. And I do want to mention Nikki and Gary in the house. Nikki, I don't know if Travis is watching right now or if Travis, if you're going to watch later, but I hear you're a fan over there in Idaho. I was going to say Boise. I don't think you're actually in Boise, but you're near Boise. Travis, he's 13 years old, guys. I think. Is it?
Hey,
13?
Travis. Hi.
He's 13 years old. He goes out garage sailing and thrifting with Nikki. He's really, really good at it. It sounds like he's buying stuff. He bought like a whole set of NFL mini helmets. He bought these big old Nerf guns. He finds good stuff. And
that's awesome. Good for you, Travis. You keep going, buddy.
So Travis, 13. Yeah, he had a little bit of surgery the other day. So you guys send some positive vibes out Travis's way. He's hurting right now, but he's on the mend and he's getting better. So Travis, thanks for watching, man. I sure appreciate you watching my stuff. And I get to Idaho every now and again. We travel. So if I get to Idaho or you get here, we're going to go out thrifting together.
Because, Nikki says he's forked out on pain meds.
Yeah. I'm excited to go thrifting with Travis. So I did want to mention that, but I also wanted to mention Nana, your grandson has been on your videos, hasn't he?
Well, a couple of them, yes. I have 6 grandkids. The oldest one is the one when I did, because when I was shocked. I never thought I would get like past 100 subs. Honestly, I didn't. So when I hit 300, I thought, well, that's probably as far as I'm ever going to go. So that's when I did a giveaway. When I reached 300 subs instead of waiting until 5, because I just really never thought I'd get there. So he was with me on that 300 giveaway. And then there was I just did a video not too long ago with my other grandson. And so I have 6 grandkids, I have 3 sons, 5 grandsons, and I have 1 granddaughter. So guess what? She's our princess. But yeah. My oldest grandson, who was on me live with the 300 giveaway, it's his sister. So those 2, brother and sister, that's one family. And then my other son has 1 son, and I did the video with him. They go to work out, so just for the fun of it, he wanted to be on video. So I said, yeah, I can do that for you, buddy.
Yeah.
So I did that video for him. He just graduated high school this year. And then our youngest son has 3 children. And they have 3 boys, and one of them is autistic. He's 8 now, and he's my angel, dear to my heart. And then the youngest one, so it goes from I'm trying to think. My oldest grandson is 24, maybe 25, down to 5.
Oh wow! So, okay,
yeah, keeps me hopping.
I do want Chris. I've been to the Potato Museum in Idaho, actually. It's a fantastic place. Nikki, I don't remember, Nikki, where that's at exactly in Idaho. Idaho Falls, maybe Twin Falls. I don't remember where it is, but I've been to the Potato Museum there.
Potato Museum in Idaho. That's
they have a giant potato chip there. I remember the giant potato chip. Yeah, I've
very appropriate.
Nana, you know a lot about glass, and I wanted to talk a little bit about glass tonight. Though I do want to, we might as well. I want to do a giveaway. We got 29 people in here. I'm past 4,000 hours, which is really cool. And so I wanted to do something little, right? I don't have anything big tonight, but I thought, you know what, Nana Tink is on, and I've got this glass here. It's I need to blow that out. It's picked up some dust. But this is Happy Birthday, Bugs. It's the 50th anniversary of Bugs Bunny.
Oh, Bugs Bunny. Nice.
From 1990. So I don't even have a piece of, if I had a piece of paper in it here, let's grab an old label so you can actually see what Bugs looks like. We're gonna give this guy away tonight. It's just something fun. It's been sitting on my desk. So there's Bugs, and then on the other side, we'll just flip that with it. See, it's a nice little glass.
Very nice.
I enjoy vintage glasses, drinking glasses. I think they're so neat. When you
I do too.
Find them with neat graphics, I just think it's so cool. So we're going to give this guy away. And what we're going to do, I had a garage sale on Saturday. I didn't go sourcing. Well, we went sourcing on Friday. You saw that this morning if you caught the video. Yeah. But we didn't go sourcing at all on Saturday. We just had the garage sale and got rid of some of my death pile, some of the stuff. I was like, you know what, I could sell it, but I just don't feel like it. I don't want to clean it up and test it, whatever it was. So the I don't wannas and the bad buys and all that, like a bunch of them went out the door, made some room, made some money. We started here. Here's the question. And winner gets the glass. We started the garage sale at 7:30 a.m. I want to know what time, and I looked at my watch because I knew it was happening. What time did the first person show up to the 7:30 a.m. garage sale? So let me see it. Nanny, you can guess too. I'll send you.
I was going to say, you know what? I don't know the time. I thought you were going to ask how much money you made because I know. I think you said. Is that going to be a question? I don't want to give it.
No.
Didn't you make like 300?
350,
350, yeah, something like
ballpark.
That. So I'll guess what? 8 o'clock. No, what time did it start? You said 7:30.
Started at 7:30.
They were there at 6 o'clock.
No, it wasn't 6. I've seen some that are close. It was after 6.
6:30.
There's a couple that are really close. Now I went to the actual minute here, so
Okay.
it's not necessarily a 5 or a 0. But some of you guys are close in the it's in the 6s.
6:40.
You're really close, Nana.
6:42. 41, 42, 43, 44.
Yeah, you're gonna do the Price is Right thing, right? And I'm gonna discredit you with you or disqualify you doing all that.
No, I'm disqualified. I'm a guest. I can't win. Come on, all these numbers. It's got to be on there, Troy.
You know what? It's come really, really close. And of course, I've said it's in the 6s, and now they know the 40s is close. So somebody is going to.
Somebody better say 42.
Somebody's going to hit this here in a second.
41.
And, I mean, the way it's been going, the odds are it's going to be Chris. So somebody beat Chris, man.
Yeah, right.
I have his address. I don't even need to ask him for his address. He wins, and I'm like, yep, I got your address, man.
We love you, Chris.
You're so close, Joey.
6:49.
Everybody's bouncing around. It's so funny. It's like you guys can't sink the battleship.
Come on, it's got to be on there by now.
No, I haven't seen it. If I missed it, I'll go back. If oh, there it is. Bearded Thrift Machine got it.
6:46.
No, we got before that Odd Facts Official. Is this the first one? Did anybody guess 641 before Odd Facts? Because this chat does skip sometimes, and I want to make sure that we get it right. But Odd Facts Official, I think you are the official winner, unless somebody else got 641 and let me know. But it was 641. That first lady rolled up.
Yeah, that's the first one. Odd Facts Official.
Julian, you missed it by like seconds, my friend.
Yeah. Yep, that's what I see too. Yep.
All right. So
I'm looking at my laptop here. So yeah.
Sweet. I'm back through
Congratulations.
So send me either on Instagram or on email to mountainmantreasure@gmail.com or on Instagram. Shoot me your address and I'll ship this out to you. And you know what? Because he is apparently my #1 fan. Nikki, send me your address. I've got a second glass, and this is for Travis.
Nice.
So send me your address because I don't think I have. Well, you know what? I do have it because you bought a hat from me out of my store. So I just have to look back and get the address.
Awesome.
So unless you want me to send this to a different address straight to Travis or whatever, send me whatever address you want me to send this to Travis, and we'll do it. So Travis got a door prize tonight as well.
Chris says he's your #1 fan.
Just because he wins, he just likes winning stuff. I'm a fan too. I'm glad that Chris is starting to do videos, and you're gonna put your face on them, and that's what I'm waiting for.
I got to start watching him. Trying to get to watch everybody. I binge watch. I'll pick somebody when I'm able to watch somebody, and I'll watch like 3 or 4 of their videos in a row. It's hard. It's hard.
You just binge. And Nana, since I was saying, you know so much about glass, and I wanted to ask you about some of that about glass, because I think it's something we had Julian on a few weeks ago, the Bearded Thrift Machine, talking tools, because that's one thing that we all see tools and we go, talking, right? Because there's so much you have to know.
I know a little bit about glassware, not a lot.
But
I know a little bit about a lot of glassware.
But you know a little bit about more than what we do. Okay. You know a lot more about glass. Your little bit is way more than what we do. So, I mean, I guess, what would your advice be about glass at garage sales? Like, what do you see at garage sales that people are walking by that you're looking at going, that's money that they left sitting there on the table?
Well, one thing I can show you, which I didn't even think about, but can you see my shelf up there?
Where?
See that vase?
Yeah, I can make you. Hold on. Let me make you. I think I can make you bigger. Well, that's just me. That's not right. How do I make you? Well, we'll just do that now. How about it?
Right. Oh, there. So It's a vase, Bud vase glass. I just got that for 25 cents. And that's a Viking glass. Now, here's the thing with that. It's the coloring that's probably, the least color is clear. Clear glass is probably the least valuable. And that's probably the second. Amber, yellow, that's not as popular. But I just really liked it. So that's why I got that at the garage sale. But before I go into that, I do want to say this. A lot of people, which I was on Erin's show, Best Offer Queen, Erin. And she was asking me about it too. And she popped up and she threw me for a loop because she put on these posts from eBay, people selling this Corningware from the 70s. And they were selling for like $6,000 and $10,000. And I'm looking at that and I'm like, there's something wrong.
Right.
That can't be right. And she's pulling them one after another. And they were there. Well, that's wrong. And I figured out why. Don't be looking for Corningware. I mean, you can look for it. It's good glassware in 70s. And depending on the pattern now, of course, there's going to be the Starburst. That's the best one. But the reason why they sold on eBay, so it looks like they sold on eBay for $6,000 or $10,000. First of all, you have to look at best offer. Best offer was taken. So just because it says it sold for $6,000 doesn't necessarily mean it really did, because the best offer could have been $10. Mm-hmm. Who's to say? And on top of that, there's auction going on. There's no bids. So if it's, you know what I'm saying? If there's no bids, it's just not logic. So those are all false numbers.
Yeah, they're inflating the prices is what they're doing.
Yeah, they're just not real at all. So do not go out when you see this stuff on eBay and think you're going to get $6,000 for this Corningware that, no, you're not.
Right.
That's one thing. Now, there is Corningware that is valuable. I mean, if you find the rare, that's the big thing. You have to know what the rare colors are, the rare patterns. And if you know that, and it's hard because there's so much. So it's almost like you pick one thing and learn it. And once you get one thing, then go to the next, because there's just way, way, way too much to know. And look it up. I mean, books. That's what I did. Look it up. Find it in books. The patterns and the colors. That's the big thing, is the patterns and the colors.
So Corningware, it sounds like a lot like Pyrex. Like some of it's very.
Well, it is. It's the same company. It's the same company. Yeah, it's all in the same company, but it's not as it's newer than like Pyrex. Pyrex. Well, I shouldn't say newer because there is new Pyrex too, but Pyrex is more valuable than the Corningware by far. But Corningware, I know some of the instead of like the bowls, and probably the better pieces of that is more like the coffee pots or the maybe the tea sets or something. Those are something to look for more than like with Pyrex, you'd want to look for the bowls. That's my opinion.
Right.
I mean, you know, and like I said, again, even with that, the patterns, there's certain patterns. I like the dots. That's a new pattern, and the solid ones. I mean, there's so much to learn. And then you go in from the type of that to the makers, and like Viking, like that vase was, that's one. But my favorite is Fenton. I love Fenton. And Fenton came around, and basically they're like a copycat of like Tiffany. I'm sure everybody's heard of Tiffany. So that's they make cheap glass that may kind of look like Tiffany's glass. So
there's also I know you've got some videos, and if people want to learn about different kinds of glass, go to Nana Tink's channel. She's got all these videos about various kinds of glass, like hobnail glass is one. That's what you do with all the bumps on the outside, right? All the board.
Right.
And are those? I mean, are there some of those that are valuable because they're very identifiable? We can see what they are.
Oh yeah, there really are, and there again, it's going to depend on the pattern, what shape it is, and then again with the color, the opalescent, where there's different colors. When I say opalescent, that's like a white cream looking on top, not the milk glass. The whole, say it's a vase, and it might look all pale blue, and all the hobnail around it all looks kind of blue or creamy color. And then the top might be just pure cream color. That's opalescent. Those are valuable. Those are nice pieces. Just the plain. This is again my opinion. Now some people sell really good. I think Kat sold some nice hobnail, just milk glass, and they were just vases. And I do believe she sold it and did pretty well on them. I wouldn't pick them up, but they're again, you know, it just depends on. She's big. And she's got right people that follow her, so she can sell them pretty good. I don't think I could.
Nikki's asking about paperweight balls, like the big. Do you know anything about those?
What's the question? Just that. And just they have the things inside of them. They're just like a.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I don't know a lot about them. No, they're pretty. I don't know what even makers make them. Honestly, I really don't.
Okay. Frontier Flipper says something about thumbprint glass. I don't know that one.
A thumbprint glass.
I don't know about thumbprint glass. What about what country in Europe? Like where is quality glass coming out of Europe?
I wouldn't say.
Stump Nana tonight.
I know, really. It's like I don't know. Like I said, I just know a little bit about some. I don't know a lot about everything. I learned it from Nana. Thank you. Out of Europe, but that was back. That's some old vintage glass you're talking about then, if it came out of it. But then the USA, they started Fenton. I'm not sure what glass maker he's talking about out of Europe. I don't know. Ask her what country in Europe with quality glass.
I see. Yeah, Nikki says hobnail. I learned it from Nana. That needs to be like we need to make like a shirt or something. I learned it from Nana.
No, don't do that. I like
it. I like it.
I'm trying to think what country, what the. I don't know.
I don't know.
Put me on the spot.
What about you mentioned milk glass, Nana?
Yes.
Is that too common to be valuable by and large, or is some of it? Good?
That's what I was saying. It can be because there's so much of it, and there again, that's another thing you have to look out for is a lot of fake glass, because there's a lot of makers out there that started reproducing a lot of the stuff. So it's really hard to tell, because back in the day, especially, they did not put their marks on their glassware, They didn't mark them at all. And when if they did do it like Fenton, and because I know about Fenton, I like Fenton. They actually use stickers. So when you put a sticker on glassware, you know what's going to happen. Obviously, after years of whatever, it's going to come off. So they really didn't start putting their mark on the bottoms until what I want to say the 60s or something maybe. And actually, if you look, you'll see it's Fenton, and it's almost like it's written out. And underneath, you might see like a number 8. And what that means is that's just it was in the 80s, and then there's be a number 9 that's in the 90s, number 7 that's in the 70s.
Oh, okay, that's what the number is.
Yeah, and that's when they started actually marking their glassware. But like I said, most makers did not mark it at all way back in 50s and 40s, 50s, and whatever. So it's hard to tell, and that's what I said. The best way you can learn is just by the patterns, because they had molds. Fenton had maybe say 200 patterns, and that was their patterns only. So once you learn the patterns, then you could be able to look at a piece and say, oh, that's Fenton, because I know that pattern. And
so it's not marked, you just can recognize it.
Well, sometimes, sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I saw somebody mention uranium glass. I'm having fun looking for that lately.
I love uranium glass. I have a piece up there too, but that's hard to find too. I would love to have a nice hobnail uranium with opalescent on top piece. That would be a treasure.
Yeah, I've got one sitting here. I've got actually a juicer. It's like I don't know what it is. I got I do have a juicer. I got this guy. This is just like it's from like a lemonade or a tea set, I think, from what I discovered.
It reminds me of measuring cups. I've seen the measuring cups that look like that too.
This is just a little uranium glass piece. I've picked up 3 or 4 of them now. I always forget my UV light though, and I just have to look at them and kind of. I think once I found one, I kind of understand the green, like how it looks in sunlight. So I'm pretty sure that's one because it has a different kind of
a glow color. Yeah, it really does. Actually, I have a piece right there. Can you see that piece?
Hold on.
My girlfriend had this, and she was going to put it in our flea market. And I said, no, don't do that. Can you tell
is that uranium glass on the bottom, right?
Yes. Yes.
That's really neat. Like a candy dish.
Yeah. And you see that cream, what I'm talking about on top? The opalescent coloring. Now that's nice. I love that.
That's beautiful.
And you see that pattern? I cannot find that pattern. It's almost like it's feathers, but then it looks like a leaf. And I've looked and looked and looked because I don't know who the maker is. I don't know if this is Fenton or Westmoreland. Those are the 2 common that would do these. I can't find that pattern.
Wow. So is that one that you're going to keep, or is that?
No, I'm not going to keep any actually. I'm just going to keep it for a little while and enjoy it.
Yeah.
But then I'll put it on eBay and sell it.
So is the best way to find, because I know that there's like this one, like I said, that it had a glow to it, I could tell, but I know not all uranium glass is that lime green glowy. I mean,
no. Right. Yeah. And that is hard to tell if you don't have your light on some of the colors. Yeah, that is true.
So green, it can be other colors.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. Purple's beautiful. Oh my. Yeah.
Wow. So is the only way, or are the other colors similar? Like once you find one, you kind of get how it looks, or do you have to have a UV light to find?
I go with the UV light. I don't trust myself good enough. Although as soon as I looked at this, I'm like, oh yeah, and I checked it. I'm like, yeah, but this is common when it comes to like the other colors. No, I would do the pinks and all the colors. I would do the UV light just to be sure. Always test it. But you say you always forget it. Don't forget it.
I know. Mary had a question. Sorry, Mary, I missed it the last time. Can glass change colors? I guess Mary, do you mean like in different light it looks different? Like is it refracting differently, or?
Is she talking about carnival glass?
Maybe. I don't know. I missed the initial question, Mary. Give us some more information, Mary. Nana probably knows the answer. If not, she'll make up one and it's going to sound right.
I can make them up pretty good. Yeah, the carnival glass, the carnival glass, if you look at it one way, if this was carnival glass, it would look like it's all colored, and it almost looks like there's oil slick in there. It's like if you touch it, it would feel oily. That's how it kind of shines. It's not a bright shiny, it's like oil. But then if you turn it like this and you look at it this way, it looks like it's all together different color. So that's like carnival glass. And the popular those are like the I love the purples. That's my favorite color. But they can be reds, and the most common colors, the marigold colors. That's the oranges. And there again, you got to know the patterns. That's the big thing, is the patterns.
Yeah, I've heard carnival glass, but I didn't really know actually what it was, to be honest.
Yeah, carnival glass came about way back in the day when Tiffany was making really nice, expensive glassware for people that could afford it. So Fenton started doing it again as like not as expensive made glass, but the manufacturers, it came about that they actually sold it to carnivals and fairs, and carnivals and fairs would give away as prizes when people would win games. So that's really how the carnival glass came about, the name for it, with the hopes like Fenton would sell them this piece and the family would win it, with hopes then the family would go and purchase the rest
of it,
of the set, or that pattern or that color or whatever it would be.
Wow, that's cool.
So they would make money.
Yeah, that's cool.
Well, I did a video on Goofus glass, and that's actually just before carnival glass, because the makers tried to make it look like it was Tiffany glass and started promoting it, and the people were laughing at them saying, we know it's not really Tiffany, you're just trying to goof us.
Okay.
So that's where that Goofus glass actually came about, and then the Goofus glass became the carnival, because that's what they actually sold to the carnivals and the fairs. So
wow.
Yeah.
See, I told you, Nana knows everything. Mary says not carnival glass, it was a purple piece and now it looks blue. So I guess the lighting making it look different. That's cool. So
that is she doing that with a UV light? Is that a UV light? Because that could be uranium glass. If it's a darker color and you put the uranium glass will go like lighter with if it's a dark.
Okay.
I wonder if that's what that is. Send me a picture.
Glass is send a picture. Nana,
send my email. Send me a picture. I'd love to look at it. That would be awesome.
Gary, Nikki here says that some turn colors with sun exposure because of minerals in the glass. So that is correct.
That is correct. And also they'll even turn colors underground from the soil because of the different minerals in the soil. They'll actually make them turn really the purples and the amber, the blue. Yeah, that's true.
There is, and I don't know if you know the answer to this, Nana, but I think I understand at least that there is a difference between uranium glass and Vaseline glass.
There is. A lot of people get it confused, but there is a little bit of a difference. Yeah, it's. I guess it's the same thing, Vaseline and uranium glass. The difference being is the uranium glass was first, and it has to do with the percentage of the mineral, whatever it is, the uranium that's in it. They quit putting that in, and so therefore it basically then is not uranium glass, but Vaseline glass. And it became popular, and when Vaseline was invented and was being promoted, it was huge at that time when Vaseline first came out. So that's why it reminded them of the Vaseline, that same color when you have Vaseline. So that's how actually the Vaseline name came for Vaseline glass. But it truly is the difference, the mineral that's put the uranium.
So mostly that's going to be a delineation between when it was made.
Yeah, and it all has to do with whether it's manufactured from, I don't want to say fake stuff, but just different.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
The people also call it depression glass. Is that just a general umbrella term?
I use it as a general term, and I guess it could be as just a depression from the 50s and 60s.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get a kick out of looking for it, but I need to bring my UV light to
It's
find
just
the
fun.
other.
It's just fun doing it. I think it's just fun looking for it.
And does it? I know some of it sells well, but it seems like it's sort of a long tail item.
Yeah, it's almost like any glassware. You're only going to sell it if you find the right buyer that's looking for that piece. If they don't want it for their people collect glassware either for the patterns, what not just the patterns, but even what type of dish or whatever it is they're looking for, the colors, the makers. And if you can't find the person that's collecting what you have, then yeah, you can hold on to it for a long time.
Okay. But some of it, there is good money there. There's certainly at least good ROI because often you're not paying that much for it.
Yeah, there is. Well, that's like I said, that Corningware, although it's listed on eBay, they're saying 6,000. That's not true. Don't go and say, "Oh, I'm not going to buy," because some of it you could get maybe $100 for it if it's the right pattern and if it's the right color, you know. So it's not like something you shouldn't. Just don't go thinking you can buy it and make $6,000 because no, you're not gonna.
Yeah, so make sure that it's something that you enjoy collecting and letting sit for a little bit and looking at. Like
that's exactly right. That's exactly right. That's what I do. Because I mean, I used to have a lot of it, but I just sold everything. I don't. What am I going to do with it? You know?
Yeah. Is there glass that moves faster?
What's that?
Is there glass that tends to sell a little bit faster? Or is it all pretty slow? Like, because
that's just a matter of opinion, I guess. Like I said, it just depends on what you have. Like, here's an example. I had a lot of Indian glass. Indian glass is like, it's your common, if you look at green glass, it's like a thick, heavy green glass, and it's Indian glass. And I had a lot of it, and it usually it comes in vases. It's just looks like almost like a florist. Like if somebody sends you flowers, and you get this big, thick green vase that the flowers came in. Yeah, that's what I would consider. That's Indian glass. So I mean, it's pretty common, but there's certain people out there that love it. I found a buyer that absolutely loves this green Indian glass, and she has bought like 3 pieces from me because she collects it. She enjoys it. So whenever I find it, I know that I can sell it. So I get it at Goodwill for, $2, $4, whatever it might be, and I can flip it and sell it for maybe 30. No, not a big return, but it helps her because she wants the pieces, and it helps me a little bit, So
yeah, you have a built-in buyer now. That's awesome.
Yeah, but I mean, not all glass is like that. Obviously, it just depends. Like I said, it could be any kind of piece, and you get the right buyer, then you're good to go.
Yeah. And it sounds like, I mean, I would think that you're going to find some of this at garage sales, but like thrift stores, estate sales, is that where you're mostly going to find
that's where I found, a lot of it at the thrift stores. Yeah. I would say more than, flea markets. Like I go to the flea market and I'll show you a video. I'll walk around and show you the video. Next to me, they do have the Pyrex bowls, which I absolutely love. Although I do have the set, almost complete set. I am missing one. But she has it from her parents, and they are beautiful. And she hasn't listed, I think she has 500 on them. And that's a fair price for the nesting bowls, the colored ones. So, but then they also have that Corningware there and some different glassware. And it's pretty nice. So there's some pieces at the flea markets, and the garage sale is probably a better bet than a flea market, because I think if it's at the flea market, they're going to know. Like I said, she has those Pyrex dishes priced pretty right. So they know what they're doing. Where maybe a garage sale, it's, this was my mother's, I just want to get rid of it. Or, I got this passed on down to me from whoever, I don't want it. It doesn't go with what I do in my kitchen. So you might be able to get a good piece for $5 or less. It just depends. So
yeah. And now you have some videos too about cleaning those, because you might get Pyrex, you might get Corningware that is worth some money, but it's got scuffs or it's got something on the outside. Some of that is fixable. Some of that is cleanable.
Yeah, that Barkeeper's Friend is the best stuff ever. Go watch my video of that Barkeeper. And that you can use that for a lot of different things. The Barkeeper's Friend. It's like a powder. Almost reminds me of Comet. Like it's the old Comet or Ajax that you used to get back in the, well, I guess you still get it, but that's what it reminds me of. And I did also old vintage Tupperware. And I wish I would have thought of it, but I only did white to clean and soak it in bleach, and it doesn't hurt it at all. You can soak it in bleach with water. That's fine.
Makes sense.
And the best thing is actually then sunlight, which I whiten my clothes too, is sunlight. But just let it out in the sunlight and it'll whiten. And then somebody messaged me and said, would it hurt the Tupperware that's vintage that is color, because there's, you know, green and all different colors of Tupperware, and it doesn't hurt it. You can still bleach it the same and everything. And I wished I would have had a piece to show when I did that video, but I didn't have a dirty, disgusting color piece, so I couldn't.
Well, now you've got a built-in sequel. You can make a sequel now.
Yeah, I guess I could. Yeah.
Yeah, part 2.
That might be pretty interesting. Yeah.
Odd Facts was saying mushroom Pyrex bowls in the kitchen, tan and brown.
Yeah. They're nice. They're not real valuable. They're from the 70s, and they're okay. They're not one of the most valuable ones, though. No.
Yeah, I really appreciate you doing that that video on cleaning the swirl marks too, because I talked.
Oh yeah, that one.
About, hey, that, you know, watch when you get mugs, because they'll get swirl marks in the bottom from people moving their spoons around and stuff.
Yeah.
I never even thought about the fact that you could get those off. I just sort of assumed those are just marks on the glass, but they come off.
Yeah, they do come off. It's funny because somebody messaged me too about after I did that and said, thanks. Now my wife's going to make me clean every one of them. I said, you're welcome. But yeah, that's a good tip, because if you're out and you're looking, flea markets or, you know, wherever, thrift stores, a lot of people will pass those cups up because of all those marks in them. I know. Why wouldn't you? Exactly. Sure. You're not going to get nothing for them if they're all marked up. But keep in mind, those marks can come off. You can get them off for the most part, pretty much all of them, like brand new. And
I would expect you can then also use that as like if you're at a garage sale situation, that's a bargaining chip, right? You bring it up to somebody and they ask for $1 and you say, I don't know, it's got all these marks in it.
Look at all this, yeah.
How about 50 cents? You go home and pull those marks off.
Yes, sir. See, you know. Yepper, that's right.
I'm always looking for the edge, Nana.
That's right. See, you got to do that. You have to. I mean, you know. Yeah.
So, what is your favorite thing to sell? We're down to like our last 6-7 minutes here. What is it?
I don't have a favorite, because I get kind of, I don't want to say bored, but repetition of selling the same thing. Like, I know a lot of people like shoes, or, you know, they really enjoy that and learn a lot, but I just love everything. I do. I enjoy, right now I have so much ephemera, and I've been going through this stuff like crazy, and I'm over the top. I'm loving it. I absolutely love it. I'll be glad when it's done and gone and I'm over it and I'll move on to the next thing.
Yeah.
But right now, the ephemera, boy, oh boy, it's blowing my mind, the stuff I have. And I've been giving a lot of it away, but at my lives, you know, they win. And that's what I've been giving, because I have so much of it. I can't sell it all. So I do enjoy that. But I love glassware. I do enjoy glassware. And a lot of people talk about, well, how about mailing it? You know, and I ought to do a video on shipping glassware, because a lot of people are scared.
Yeah.
And, you know, if you have the right material and know how to do it, don't be afraid, because it's worth it. It's worth to get the piece and to sell it and make money.
Yeah.
Who loves ephemera? Odd Facts Official. I got ephemera. You just can't even imagine.
And you have, like you said, you've been giving some of that away. Tell people when your live show is, and for those that haven't been able to catch it, kind of explain what it is, because it's not this. I mean, I'm a little more formal. I like to have fun, but you're like a game show. Yeah, it's pretty fun, and actually, it's going to be changed up big time as of Thursday. I asked Adventures in Retail Victoria to partner with me, because it's a lot of work. So she said yes. So starting Thursday, we're going to start our show 8:00. And it's going to be like an interview kind of type thing to get to know whoever we have on. Then that will be the first part of it. Then the second part will be switching over to the other person's channel. We're going to switch back and forth every week. I will start with the interview, then she'll do the other part, or she'll start with the interview and I'll do the other part. And the other part is
I play games. I have a wheel and spin the wheel when we put people, and I'm learning how to work it better and better every time. I was doing numbers and that got too crazy. Now I'm actually putting people's names on the wheel, and that's a lot better. And there's a lot of tweaks, and we'll figure it out. But yeah, and you don't have to do anything. You just have to show up, get your name on the wheel gets spun. You answer questions, yes or no. Would this person do that, or would they not do this, or whatever? And if you get it right, you win a prize, and that's it. And I paid to have it shipped to you. You don't have to pay for that either. Nothing. Just come along and have fun.
And just in case the people missed it, I do want to let them know, because Nikki T is in here. She's wanting her wrench, and in order to get her wrench, I have to let all of my 40 watchers right now know that she admitted yes to picking a wedgie in public on Nana Tink's channel. So
yes,
there you go. That's the kind of stuff that you can get from Nana Tink.
That could be one of your questions. Absolutely. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. The chat gets involved, and they always guess, and have their answers. And Chris wins a lot. So, and actually a lot of before the ephemera came along, I just give out cash prizes too. So $5, $10, I do that a lot, but I've been just giving ephemera because I have so much of it. Plus, because tomorrow is my second giveaway. I'm 300 subs now. I have 600, so I'm doubling the giveaway. I'm not telling you what it is. You have to go watch my 300 sub video if you want to know how much money I'm giving away. I'm at least doubling it. But the only thing is you have to have a wrench, because the last time somebody won that came in that day and watched me for 2 days, and that was it. So I want somebody that really follows me, supports me, that I follow, that I support. So everybody that's been in my live shows from day one has gotten a wrench. If you go to my 300 sub video and you comment on that video that you are new to me, I will also know who you are. If you show up tomorrow night, then you'll have a chance to win. That way, I think it's fair that somebody that never follows me, doesn't win. So
tomorrow night, Nana, what time is it?
Tomorrow night, it's going to be at 9 o'clock. That's my normal time of when I would do my lives, 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. 9 p.m. And but our show with Victoria on Thursday nights is going to start at 8. I'm going to move it up an hour, because we're going to try and do a 2-hour show. So So tomorrow night it's going to be my channel, 9 o'clock. I hope everybody shows up. A lot of people should be there. Will be there and win some good money.
That's always a good thing.
It always is a good thing.
Yeah. Well, Nana, before I let you go, what can people expect from the future of your YouTube channel? I mean, you've got a new GoPro.
I just got a brand new GoPro. I'm still working out, figure out how to go live with it. I think I have to use my phone as a hotspot. I think.
Okay.
I'm not positive, but I'm learning. I'm reading and watching videos and trying to figure it out. And so I have that, and I'm going to go in a dumpster, and I'm going to do some dumpster diving. So you're going to see this old fat body go in a dumpster.
I think that for all of Kat's videos, that's still her number one video, is her jumping in a dumpster.
Is it really?
Her sister-in-law. That she's a little embarrassed, I think, still that's her number one.
I don't get embarrassed anymore. This is what it is. But I'll just take a step stool, throw that in first in case I can't get out. But I'm going to try to do some dumpster diving. And also I'm going to take it to the flea market and try to do some lives. Because I think the flea market is very interesting. It's ran by the Amish. There's a lot of Amish, and they have some really good food. A lot of people do vegetables there. And so it's just a variety. Anything, flea markets, how they are. So I do want to do some flea market footage videos, but I'm excited to get in a dumpster. Thought I'd never say that.
You're coming up with so many T-shirts tonight, Nana. I learned it from Nana, and I'm excited to get in the dumpster. Those are our two. So if you need to make some T-shirts and sell on your channel, you've come up with a couple already.
I'll come back and say, what were those ideas, Troy? I forget.
You write those down somewhere. Nana, thanks for coming in. I sure appreciate it. You're such a great person, such a positive influence. I mean, already a very positive community, but you shine above the rest of a lot of us with how friendly and how kind you are. So
Thank you.
I sure appreciate you coming in, and I appreciate your support. And for those that haven't, I know we've had half a dozen people say that they've come in and sub to you tonight. But for those that haven't, and those that are watching this back on playback, go and sub to Nana. Her channel link is going to be in the description underneath this when it publishes in the morning, and it's there for replay.
Yeah.
So go and sub to Nana. She's on Instagram as well, guys. And also go and Joey is going to jump over to his live here. So go check out Joey. And I do want to say, before we lose everybody in here, that he's agreed next week, Yakov is going to be our guest. So I've been trying to get Yakov for a while now. He's got a video that's getting ready to drop at some point. I've been trying to get him to drop a video. I know Joey's been pushing him to get a video.
Yeah, he's awesome. He's so fun.
So cool. I have no idea what we're going to talk about. It didn't even matter. I just wanted him here.
That's right. Yeah.
So
I love you, Danny Mae, Sam. Thank you, guys. I appreciate every one of you guys. I really do. You're awesome. Yeah.
Thank you guys so much. And yeah, go check out Joey. And then we're going to have stuff the rest of this week here on my channel. We'll have garage sailing and what sold Wednesday and all sorts of stuff. And then next week,
Good
Yakov
stuff.
is coming in. Guys, thanks so much. Night, Nana.
Bye-bye.